Hello and welcome to Poetry in Style. So today we're going to talk about a poet I already talked about in one of my previous videos. Actually, in one of my first videos on that YouTube channel, Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes wrote one of my favorite poems, and his poem is called Harlem 2. We're going to look at that poem and then I'm going to tell you what I really like about that poem.
Harlem 2. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load, or does it explode?
You know, as you can see, this poem is very simple. What happens to a dream deferred? Does it dry up like a raisin in the sun, or fester like a sore and then run? Does it stink like rotten meat, or crust and sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it sighs like a heavy load, or does it explode? There are a lot of questions in that poem, and the pictures are very simple. You know, it doesn't take very long to figure out what the pictures are about. You know, but it makes you question. It doesn't give you an answer as to what happens to a dream deferred. It's interesting to take back into the context. Langston Hughes was a poet from America. He was born on the 1st of February 1901 and he passed away on the 22nd of May 1967. He was known for being one of the most important figures of the Harlem Renaissance. So the Harlem Renaissance, Harlem, this area of New York, was known for this African American community and having this renaissance of all this art and trying to promote the rights of the African American community. Basically, when you talk about dream deferred, I'm not an expert on the question here, but I believe he refers to the American dream at the time being denied to the African American community. But the funny thing is that you can read that poem and take it out of the context and not think about it and think about your own dream deferred. Everybody here in this world, or a lot of people here, have dreams. Some of them deferred those dreams or never made them happen. What happens? What happens to your life? Do you feel better? Does it just dry up? Does it create a sore sickness in you? Or maybe crust and sugar over like a syrup is sweet, maybe it becomes better. Or does it explode? You know, the thing it does it explode can refer to the context of the African American community being denied the American dream. It can refer to a revolution that might happen. But even if you take that to the individual level, I'm sorry, I could not find my words. Even if you take that to that level, it might just mean that if you don't pursue your dream, you're just going to be so sad. It might explode in you, you know. I find that interesting, but the reason why I wanted to explore that poem today is because it really represents what I like about poetry. The way I like my poems is I like them to be very simple. I think a very simple poem can convey a lot of emotions and vivid pictures, like that one, you know. It really straight away comes to your mind. It straight away tells you what it has to tell you. When I'm reading that poem, it's very clear. It's beautiful. The pictures are simple, yet powerful. A very simple poem can contain a lot of musicality, like that one, with this rhyme, you know. Like, does it stink like rotten meat, or crushed in sugar over like a syrupy sweet? Maybe it just sags like a heavy load. Does it explode? There's a certain musicality to it, yet the pictures and the word chosen are very simple. I do believe that you can have that musicality, those rhymes, because I do like poems that rhyme. I do believe that you can have that while having a very strong picture, you know. So this is a type of poem I like. This is a type of poems I like writing, you know. And I just wanted to say that because you can write a very simple poem like that, yet very deep, that conveys a lot of emotion. And yeah, that's the kind of poem I like. And so yeah, I wanted to share that with you. Have a good day.